It's Ron Reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe, and tonight, Terminate the Constitution. Back when I was much younger, bourgeois and conservative, I would from time to time find myself in a conversation going something like this. Man, people are so stupid. Yeah, so true. Yeah, how can they even vote for such stupid shit? I know, man, tell me about it. Really, these idiots shouldn't even be allowed to vote. How right you are. No, they shouldn't. It is important to note that as my politics moved to the left, this conversation never came up again, and I think that's because the American left has a keen understanding that when conservatives say stupid in this context, they actually mean doesn't understand the country the way we do. Instead of making an honest attempt to understand what the political schism is all about, they simply summarily dismiss anything and everything their political opponents say and believe. They really do think that only they have the capital T truth and that only they should be allowed to vote. Part of the we're the real Americans tribal shit on which conservatives constantly gorge themselves, all part of the racism, gay and trans hate, all part of that real Christians excrement. Former President Trump has now voiced that usually soft-spoken, treasonous right-wing attitude through a fucking megaphone. Over the weekend, the leader of both the Republican Party and the American fascist movement, which are really one and the same, in reaction to learning that Twitter had banned Hunter Biden's dick pics during the 2020 election season, went apoplectic on his fake Twitter Truth Social account. He insisted that the Democrats had done this, banned Hunter Biden's junk, and that it was all part of his bullshit stolen election narrative. He was so incensed that, well, here's what he wrote. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Our great founders did not want and would not condone false and fraudulent elections. Terminate the Constitution. The next day, Trump doubled down. The day after that, he made a post to the effect that he had been misinterpreted. But whatever. Honest observers already know he's a fascist, that conservatives are fascists, and this is all hot on the heels of his Jew-hating dinner with Kanye and Nick Fuentes. There is no fucking way to spin this. I mean, sure, while most GOP leaders are just running away from reporters right now, a few idiots are indeed trying to spin this, albeit very awkwardly, as being bad for the party. Never mind our Constitution, never mind democracy. So too are a few evangelical idiots, but it's the same thing. Rhetorically trashing the Constitution in public won't bring them the brutal theocracy they crave. Not a holy fucking peep about the sentiment itself. As Heather Cox Richardson observed in a recent column, we have here the leader of the Republican Party, their presumptive 2024 presidential nominee, openly calling for the overthrow of our Constitution so that he can be installed as dictator, and conservatives are really rejecting the idea. At this point, if you don't think the conservatives have become a fascist movement hell-bent on taking the fuck over, well then, your head is so far up your ass that you are once again eating what you had for lunch. At any rate, I don't ever want to hear the moniker constitutional conservative ever again. It's an oxymoron. I'm Ron Reader, and this has been Ron Reader Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reader, again next week for another episode of Ron Reader Digs the Universe. In reaction to learning that Twitter had banned Hunter Biden's dick pics